There is someone right now who does not even know what to do next without looking at you for inspiration. I have this overwhelming feeling, and I just had to sit down and make a video about it and talk about this. A lot of times, you might think someone hates you, or, they can't stand you, whatever the case may be. And although that may be very well the truth, there is a reason behind that. You cannot hate someone without having extreme emotion towards them. And a lot of times, that extreme emotion is infatuation and sometimes even love. But because they don't know how to handle it, or they don't know how to accept it or utilize it, it will become hate towards you. A lot of the people who hate you don't even necessarily hate you. If they had the opportunity, they would be your friend. And there are some people who lost the opportunity, so now they hate you because they can't be your friend. And I know this sounds almost hard to accept, because it's hard to accept that, wow, how could someone hate me actually really not hate me, right? It sounds a little bit confusing, but sit down and think about it. Like, really sit down and think about it. If you gave the opportunity to someone who you're no longer friends with, you're no longer in communication with, you're no longer talking to, how do you think they would handle it? If you were to break no contact right now, what do you think would happen? That's not hate. On the surface level, it's hate. But the deeper level, someone is just really obsessed with you. Like, just really obsessed with you. And you have to look back at your life, right? And there's been times when I will do something and the next day someone else does it. Or I will try something out and the next day someone else tries it out. Mind you, these are all people who they've made it very clear and very known that they don't like me, or I had someone tell me, it's just something about you I can't stand. And I remember thinking, like, who says that? Like, who says that? But needless to say, that same girl copies, like, she bites me so hard. If I do something, like, literally, if I wear something, she's finding something to match it. The things that are my hobbies now become her hobbies. The things that I'm interested in now become her interest. There is someone in this world right now. First of all, they wake up and the thought of you just incenses them and they just become irate. But secondly, there's someone out there who literally is looking to you for inspiration. Like, yes, there's people who look at you for inspiration and it's nothing, no hateful energy or nothing evil behind there. But there are other people who they don't like you, right? They don't like you. They can't stand you. It's just something about you. However, they are looking to you to decide what is their next move. If she does this, then I'll do this. Do you not realize that? Do you not realize how much power you have? Think about how powerful you are, that someone can't make a step until they know what yours will be. Think about that. That is not someone who's weak. And a lot of times, and I'm going to tell you this, it's so crazy because you're probably someone who you're not fully together. You're trying to get together. That's why you found this channel. That's why you watch this channel. That's why you listen. You're trying to get yourself together and you don't feel like you're fully there yet, but you have a great heart. You have a great spirit. You have a great personality about you. And you continue to lead with that as opposed to what you don't have. You lead with what you do have, right? There are people who on paper, they look like they have it together, yet they hate you. Why is that? Why is that? How is it that you can be where you are in life and you don't even feel like you're together? How is it that you could be where you are, yet you make people upset? How is that? That same person, and for some of you, it might just be one person, but I'm not getting that. I'm honestly getting there's a group of people, and it's not even just from one area. It could be from multiple areas of your life. So some from your childhood, some from your adult life, some from family, some from relationships. That's what I'm getting from this. But this energy is kind of scattered. However, there are multiple people with the same type of energy towards you. And that's another kind of highlight and confirmation, right? Think about this. If everywhere you go, you continue to, the majority, right? The majority of people love you. The majority, and when I say the majority, I'm talking about a good 99%. They love you. You're just a big ball of energy to them. You're exciting. You're someone they like talking to. You're someone they like sharing things with, right? So you're telling me the majority of people love you everywhere you go. Yet there might be one or two people and just scattered, one, two, three, maybe four, maybe five, right? A small group of people can't stand you. Baby, there's something special about you. And those people who can't stand you are literally looking and wanting to see, what are you going to do next? You guys, when I tell you, I was looking through my, and this was when I was active on social media. I'm actually not on there anymore, other than here. I do have a TikTok though that I've created for the main character. I will share that probably sometime today with the community post. But other than this YouTube channel and a TikTok, I am not active on social media. I'm not. And I'll tell you why. I was having people from years ago, months ago, like just people I completely lost communication with, I've severed with. I just said, I'm not doing this anymore. Were finding me, like just tracking me down to see what I was doing, following me, commenting, liking, all this and that. And I'm like, I don't speak to you in real life. Why do you think I'm going to speak to you online? And it wasn't just one place. It wasn't just one platform. When I did have a personal TikTok, I had people watching in my watches, watching me. Same thing on Instagram. I had people like, it was weird. Like they would follow me, then unfollow me, then follow me again, send DMs, watching me in my stories. And it wasn't just one person. It was multiple people, and it was men and women, some ex lovers, some ex family members, some ex friends. And it blew my mind because I know this something about the main character. We have the capability to just completely go silent and act as if though you do not exist. Because the reality of it is, this is essentially our world. You're just living in it, right? There's nothing wrong with that. When you view your life as that, you will make moves that benefit you, and they will benefit those around you who love you the most and who mean you the best. So that is a good mindset to have. However, the people who are no longer benefiting from having us around, they cannot handle the silence from the main character. They cannot handle the silence of the main character. And that's where the hate will come. And that's when, people will flip and they will switch on you. Because at one point, you gave them everything. If you had two, you gave them two. You didn't even leave one for yourself. You opened up everything you had. You gave everything you have. You went above and beyond for people. And you still do. But the difference is they know who you were to them. So to them, it's like, wow, you're going to be this way for someone else now. That's when people will start to stalk you. They will become obsessed with you. They will follow you online. They will, I've had people literally, I'm going out and this is why I change my environments where I go. Because I've been out and about, in the city that I was raised in and, I grew up in, and people would see me and go out of their way to cross grocery stores, cross crowded events, do all of this, make a scene to get my attention. At that moment, I stopped going. I stopped going out in the city I grew up in, and I just was like, okay, it's time for bigger and better. So that was something that was so eye-opening, though. That was something that was very eye-opening. And I want you to look at your life and see this, right? Where have you noticed people attack you the most? Okay. And notice how where they attack you the most is where they seek to have your influence the most. Where people attack you the most, they will look to you for how to run that area of their life. I just want to give you some encouragement and say, keep doing your thing. Don't let no one stop you. Learn how to create an air of protection around you, though. So for me, the air of protection I created around me was stopped going out into the places that I was raised in and I grew up in, and I started going to more affluent, more wealthy, more successful, high vibrational areas. And I'm going to make I want to make a quick little note here, right? Something that I noticed when I was, where I was raised, it wasn't poverty stricken, but it wasn't high society. Okay. I am someone who's very beautiful. If you've seen me on live, you know I am someone who's very beautiful. I'm not speaking from a place of just wishing I was this, I was that. No, I'm speaking from a place of experience. So when you are extremely beautiful and then you are sweet and genuine and you are naturally nice, when you are in low income areas, when you are in areas that are have poverty surrounding them or near them, when you are in an area that is not anywhere near high society, you will be used and taken advantage of. People will try to stop you, diminish you, hate you, and then look to you to see, well, how are you like that? I don't want you to be like that, but I want to be like that. Once I stopped hanging around in low societal areas and I went into a higher societal area, and I'm talking about even when I went to go get a coffee, even when I went to go coffee, I went to boutique coffee shops, the gyms, affluent areas. When I went to go walk, I would park my car and go walk in the wealthiest neighborhood, not because I wanted anything, but I was aligning myself with the new version and the new life that I wanted. And I knew I cannot go where I was previously at because of how things happen. Once I started doing that, I met great people, great friendships, and I was not ever put in the position where I was mishandled, mistreated, or misrepresented or abused. And when I do something that's worth celebrating, people are actually celebrating. No one's, I even though I'm not on social media, I'm social in real life. People aren't, making scenes to speak to me in public. They're not going out of the way to make me uncomfortable. So I just say all this to say this was kind of a two-part message. The second part of the message was essentially, well, no, I'll start with the first part because it segues into the second. The first part of the message is there is someone, and for a lot of you, it's a group of people who are looking at you for your next, for their next step. They don't know what to do without you posting it. So I'm going to tell you to be more cautious on what you post online. Okay, for me, it got so bad, I just completely got offline. I do still have this YouTube channel and I have a TikTok, but as far as a personal, I don't have any type of personal social medias. I may do it in the future someday. We'll see. I don't know. But as of right now, I'm just not doing that. And it's been that way for quite some time. Like I can't remember the last time I was, active on a personal social media account. So that was the first part. There's a group of people, there's someone, they're watching you to see your next steps. So if anything, feel good about that because you really are that influential. You are an influencer in real life. You are a real life influencer. Second part of that, now that you know that, make sure you go into environments where people aren't trying to copy you because they want to steal or destiny swap with you, but they're aligning with you. So it's not copying, it's not like think about it this way. If you're someone who naturally works out and you eat well, and you do that for a lifestyle, it's better to be in an environment with other women who naturally work out and eat well because it's their lifestyle, as opposed of a woman who is not like that, yet she decides to start doing that so that she can be like you. Okay. Although both groups of women may be doing the same thing as you, one of them is living it as a lifestyle and one of them is living it as a means to copy you. The second is dangerous and you don't want to be around. The first one is the group you want to align yourself with. I love you, diamonds, and I want to make sure you guys are just elevating yourselves because we have 2 months left into this year. We are doing the Esther year. We go live twice a week. So if you want to join that, it's the Opulent Diamonds membership. We only, memberships only open up on the first of every month. So you have until, I guess, the end of today because this video is coming out on the 1st. And if you want to join the membership, join next month, or December 1st. I'm sorry, I'm getting caught up on my days because I can't believe the year's almost over. I feel like I blinked and it's the end of the year, but it's not a bad thing. Look, I want to look back and see everything that you accomplished, and I want to celebrate with you, diamonds. So if you have something that you've achieved, you've accomplished this year, make sure you celebrate it with a community that is genuinely happy for you. And this is that community for you. So I love you, diamonds, and I will talk to you soon.